So, Steve Vai released an NFT, and no one bought it. Today we're going to be picking up where the media left off. This tends to happen a lot. The media will start a story but not keep up with it until it's finished, and this is just one of those cases where the end of the story is far more interesting and I believe more relevant than the initial report. About 6 months ago, Steve Vai showed off his new guitar, the Hydra, and reaction channels absolutely loved it because it banged in thumbnails. It was a bit of a weird looking guitar, but still very much on brand for Vai. One guitar with a half fretless 12 string, a 7 string, a bass and a harp. It was designed to record a piece of music which is very impressive. Steve plays all the instruments at once. But there was a fair bit of hype built around this guitar in promotion for Steve's new album. The guitar itself had a promotional video that was released on YouTube from Steve Vai and Ibanez. But the promotion for this didn't stop there. Part of it was that Steve was going to auction off a one-of-one NFT for the video of this guitar. It was written about in almost every article. Steve Vai reveals 2 headstock 3-necked Hydra guitar plus NFT auction. The Hydra reveal video will be auctioned off as an NFT by OpenSea. The winning bidder will not only get the video as an NFT, but there will also be unlockable bonus content revealed only to the buyer, and additional assets will be added over time. The opening bid has been set at 1 ETH. Once the auction is live on January 28th, parties will be able to bid on the NFT. Vai will follow the Hydra NFT with an official NFT limited edition collection of his stage and studio played guitars. Now before we go any further, I'm realizing that I should probably explain what an NFT is for those who don't know, or those who might be a little bit confused about it, because to be fair, it can be a bit confusing, especially in the way it's being done. But before I do, I have to tell you to check that you're subscribed, because some people have been saying that they have been unsubscribed, and I didn't believe that. I thought that was just a YouTuber thing that they tell you to get you to subscribe, but then I was unsubscribed from people who I knew I was subscribed to, so just check for me, please. Thank you. NFT stands for non-fungible token, and there's a lot of stigma surrounding those 3 letters, and it's unfortunate that there is, because at the end of the day, it's a technology. The technology of a wheel can be used for a unicycle, which is a lot less useful than a wheel on an ambulance. Technologies only thrive with good ideas behind them, and unfortunately, a lot of the uses that you're seeing for NFTs are not ones that require NFTs. So all an NFT really is a publicly traceable receipt. So let's translate this to guitars and actually give it a use. Let's say Gibson are releasing the Snake Pit guitar today, and this is going to be a limited guitar that we know is going to go up on the second-hand market. That also means that there's the incentive of fakes. Fakes good enough to fool Trogley, a Gibson expert. And it's not just the guitars that are faked either. The certificates of authenticity are also faked, designed to scam people. But one thing that can't be faked is an input on the blockchain, an NFT coming directly from the official Gibson account, going to whatever dealer they sold the guitar to whoever the dealer sold the guitar to that person to you. You'd be able to trace back the guitar with the NFT. It's just a certificate of authenticity that is really hard to fake. And this could be used for expensive guitars, but I think it's actually got a more of a future in watches that are more faked and are at higher prices most of the time. And in that scenario, there's that use for that technology. Is it being used for that? No, it's being used to sell JPEGs of apes. So what was Steve Vai's NFT? Well, one lucky person could pay him approximately $2,600 to get a receipt to say that they paid him $2,600 for a publicly viewable video that he had already uploaded to YouTube. But here's where it kinda gets a little bit funny. This auction was advertised to millions of people, not only through all the different music press outlets, but also from Steve's social media. He had tweets about it and Instagram posts, and the Instagram post about this had over 25,000 likes. Guess how many people actually bothered to view the listing? 365. And I would like to mention that I've probably viewed it around 30 times in the research for this video, so even less than what it currently says. Which isn't a great start. This one-of-one video NFT features unlockable content including a 4K version, high-res audio of Teeth of the Hydra, and additional content that will be added over time for the winner to access. So all we really know that you're buying is a receipt to say that you bought the video and a 4K version of his new song. And if someone did actually buy this, there is always the chance that that unknown content that's going to be released over time would take a little bit longer than you might expect. Remember, Steve Vai released the Secret Jewel Box, a compilation, or rather curation, of 10 CDs in a box set for 10,000 people. That was released in 2001, and the 8th, 9th and 10th CDs have been coming soon for the last 5 years. The box set is currently 21 years old and it's still not been finished for those 10,000 people, so I can't imagine this one person who bought the NFT would be too high up the list for this content that's going to be released over time. Now we can take a look at how this auction went. Badly. You can see how many bidders there were. A total of 5, 2 of which were placing their offers before the bidding even started, so it really didn't count. Let's take a closer look. So there were a couple of offers here for 0.02 ETH, and at the time that was worth around roughly $52. These offers were then cancelled, then there was an offer for 0.03 ETH, which at the time again roughly $72. And then we had this offer for 1 ETH, which was cancelled right after Steve Vai listed it for 1 ETH. 1 ETH at the time was worth around, give or take, $2,600. So that's what Steve was hoping to get for it. The offer was promptly cancelled by this bidder, and then the bidding war really started with our 3 potential buyers. We had 0.025 ETH, which is $65 roughly. Then someone put in, actually the same guy who offered the 1 ETH, he then offered roughly $33, and then another offer came in months later for $67. So that is the actual highest offer that wasn't cancelled, $67, which is a far cry from the $2,600 that Steve was hoping for. But as you would expect, that offer wasn't accepted. Instead, Steve's NFT project seems to have been completely abandoned, with those future NFTs of one for every guitar in Steve's collection just never showing up. I personally find it crazy that the asking price for the NFT of a video of one of Steve's guitar costs more than just buying an Ibanez gem. You'd have change with the gem. But why are we talking about this? Why is it relevant? I believe that this is a very good insight to how the future with NFTs and guitars will go. At the beginning of the year, when Steve Vai was listing his NFTs, Gibson were starting to prepare to do the same. They were filing trademarks for NFTs for different body shapes. Now, is that for the potential to use it as a traceable receipt for certain models that they believe that there's a high chance of counterfeit models being made? I would hope so. Do I believe that's going to be the case? Probably not. Take ESP for example, we already talked about them. They released NFTs and it was just pictures of some of their guitars. $100 each. In May, Fender looked like it was doing the same, filing trademarks for NFTs and crypto collectibles. And that's come to fruition with the Stratoverse. Fender is now part of the metaverse. This only happened a couple of weeks ago. Welcome to the Fender Stratoverse, TM. A Stratocaster guitar-shaped island surrounded by floating islands, giant Fender guitar amps, and planets floating high above in the stratosphere. Head over to Horizon Works to start exploring, collecting pics and riffing with your friends. Is this what happens to a company when John Mayer stops playing your guitars? Why does it look so shit? It looks like what are the trees? It's not rendered. It looks terrible. Why does it look so glitchy? Look. That's their promo video. This is a multi-million-dollar company that's putting out the worst indie game I've ever seen. I haven't seen any footage that isn't Fender's of the Stratoverse. I don't think anyone's got any interest in it. So yeah, as much as NFTs are being pushed in just about every niche market, I don't think it's going to last in the guitar world at all. Steve Vai, huge name, huge following, and no one cared. This video will be viewed more in the first 10 minutes than Steve's listing was at all. The interest, or lack thereof, in Steve Vai's project should serve as a stark warning to any of these companies who are trying to cash in on the NFT craze. It hasn't worked so far, and I doubt it's going to work in the future without actually providing utility, and by utility I don't mean a fan club. I mean something that can't be offered without the technology. The technology itself has uses. Use it for its uses. Thank you for watching, like the video, subscribe and all of that stuff, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.